Hey there, welcome to my channel. I do a daily general reading for whoever's watching. So if you are drawn to this video, have faith and trust there's a message you're meant to hear. If the reading resonates with you, I'd super appreciate you giving the video a thumbs up. And if you like the content I create, feel free to subscribe or to just return whenever you are guided to come back. Regardless, welcome, and let's see what's going on today. I'd already drawn these cards and then I pulled the cards and then I forgot I didn't have my mic on. So anyway, today we are talking to Divine Feminine who is celebrating love, a Divine Feminine who's celebrating friendship. And it feels like actually like you have been through some loss recently. It caused you to be very insecure and caused you to turn inward, to take a look at yourself and how you're going to feel better after this loss. It was a pretty big loss. It feels like you lost someone very important. I've got goosebumps. Very important in your life. Somebody very, very important. You're learning how to let go, not of this person and not of your feelings for this person that you lost, but you're just learning to let go in general in life in order to get past these obstacles that are being put in your way. You are learning of a different perspective. You didn't know that this perspective was there, but unfortunately, when unexpected things happen, when we lose people, we don't necessarily know how we're going to react. And so how would you have known that this was going to come up? Regardless, this is, this perspective is showing up in your life. It's giving you an insight into yourself. It's giving you an insight into the way the world works. And the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Fire, represents speed, action, air travel, movement, swift change, and fast progress after delays. So if this loss you went through was fairly recent, I feel like you're looking for closure. I feel like you're looking for balance. You're looking for a way to feel better. And the way that you are headed, the way you've turned yourself, is so that you are going to get immersed in helping people. I see the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands here. So I feel like you are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and I feel like there's another player in here who is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water and fire tend to diminish. Water tends to put out fire. And I feel like that's why you've stopped crying and you are pushing forward, because you've turned the water off, lit up, or you're stoking the fire in order to move forward. And it feels like you're a little bit impatient. You want to move forward now. You need to be gentle with yourself. Sometimes you can have great strides forward in a period of time, and then one day you just have the worst day ever. You don't have to start at the beginning again. Just don't forget the progress you've already made. Remember that you've already been working so hard and you've been very successful, and you should be celebrating yourself your strength, your resiliency. These are wonderful, wonderful character traits that you are building right now. And the way to build that kind of character is to go through the kind of loss that you just went through. Unfortunately, because it's horrible, but that's where you get your strength from. And I have read before a saying, grief is love that has nowhere to go. And if you didn't love as hard as you did, it wouldn't hurt as much as it did. Love is a painful emotion. It can be very painful. And at the same time, it can be wonderful. It's hard to be grateful for that pain that you feel, but if you can, it's a reason to be grateful. That pain is just a reason. It's because of how much you love that person. So really, if you change the perspective, it's still sad, it's still hard, and I'm getting upset, but it's still sad, it's still hard, but it's beautiful. The love there is just beautiful, and it's extreme. Like, love is just a heavy, it's a lightning emotion, but it's also heavy. Like, there's just the connection is very grounding and can be very heavy. So you're looking for closure. Not so much closure, I don't think, because it's not like you're trying to put this away. It's just you're trying to find a way to work through this pain in this time period. Temperance in reverse, imbalance, excess, lack of long-term vision, of course, because, everything's hard right now. Lacking ambition or focus. Well, your work is maybe suffering a little bit. The Queen of Wands, very warm, exuberant, determined woman or female, feminine. The King of Wands is a natural born leader, a visionary, an entrepreneur, a dynamic man or masculine energy. The Page of Pentacles. So there's a message of gratitude, luxury, self-sufficiency. And it feels like there's going to be the manifestation of a new opportunity, maybe a better job. I want you to know that there is love that's going to be coming in. That's going to take a little while. I do feel like you're going to love again. But right now, it's you that you need to focus on and not somebody else. You need to focus on healing yourself, healing your heart. The moon comes up, which represents, the moon is number 18. For some reason, I feel like that's important, the number 18. The moon represents illusion, fear, anxiety, insecurity, subconscious uncertainty, fluctuating emotions, and unseen depth. Just the depth of your sorrow, I feel, is what that's talking about. The Judgment card in reverse. Self-doubt, refusal of self-examination. So I don't think you're refusing to self-examine, because I think that's exactly what's going on here for you. Aside from the heavy grief that you're experiencing, I feel like you're just doubting yourself. You're just broken. not just, you are broken. It feels like you're broken. And the Emperor comes up in reverse. So you're in a less than stable position in life in general, not just in your heart, but I feel like this relationship was maybe your happiest. That was your happy place, your happy spot. And now with the loss of your partner, you're finding that it's really hard to be resilient. It's really hard to bounce back. It's really hard to get over it. Just so you know, there is no getting over it. That doesn't serve anybody. That terminology is horrible. Getting over it. Getting over somebody who passed away is not a realistic goal. That won't happen. Your heart in that way will never mend. Don't listen to people that tell you that you're taking too long to grieve, that you should get over this person, that you should, get on with it already, toughen up, any of that stuff. Your grief and how you handle the loss of someone extremely important in your life is your business. That is nobody else's business. No one can tell you their timeline as to when you should be getting over it. They can't tell you how you should be behaving in order to get over this. They can't tell you, don't let people tell you how you feel. It's bad enough in just a normal situation, but when it's somebody that you've lost, regardless of how important they are to you, this person is particularly important to you. Do not take bullying from other people. Don't bully yourself either to get over this. It just doesn't happen. I had a miscarriage 7 years ago. I'm not over it. Am I supposed to get over it? Right? How do you even do that? So don't listen to people like that. That is not supportive. If they're thinking that they're being supportive, maybe you could clue them in very gently in your gentle manner to let them know that, hey, you can't tell me what's right and what's wrong when I'm grieving. You can't tell me how to grieve. Or to just save yourself the trouble, just don't even say anything and just don't pay attention to that type of language. Don't pay attention to that type of energy coming towards you, telling you that time's up, you're over, okay, move on, you're happy now. It doesn't work that way. What you need is support. You need supportive friends. You need the support of your family. Yeah, this Seven of Swords actually represents diplomacy, not aggression. And the Seven of Swords comes up right before the Queen of Swords. So diplomacy, not aggression. So when someone comes up to you and they're telling you how things should be and how you should be grieving, you are highly encouraged to inform that person of how you're feeling, and not be aggressive. Of course, if someone gets out of hand and gets belligerent, this Queen of Swords isn't going to take that kind of stuff either. So if someone gets belligerent and you are unable to leave the situation, maybe enlist the help of somebody who is a little more reasonable, someone who's got your back, someone who is supportive of you and your situation. And don't just go on the attack, because you are in this emotional space and you might say or do something that you might regret. Try to hold back a little bit and find a way to let this energy out in a healthy, responsible way, so that you don't ruin other relationships in your life, so that you don't bring negativity towards you, and so you don't attract the wrong kind of attention. So I'm being guided to tell you about a protection prayer. You would do well to say a protection prayer for yourself, to keep yourself safe. I was given this wording by a friend of mine. I project a white protective aura around me. I project a white protective aura around me. Envision that there's like this circle of light around you, where nothing can get through, nothing can permeate. It's a full circle, it's solid, it's protective, and it's made of light. And just say that to yourself over and over throughout the days, throughout the day, throughout all the days going forward. And once you feel comfortable with that, once you feel comfortable with those words, and once you feel comfortable with even just saying a prayer and maybe feeling like, oh, I kind of feel protected or supported, that's you protecting and supporting yourself, by the way, which is awesome. But you can work with that simple wording and build on that. So me personally, it doesn't necessarily make sense. Does it have to? I don't know. I project a white protective aura of pure divine iridescent rainbow unicorn love and light around me. That's my aura. So it took me a while to get there, but I've been building on this prayer, and so I have this, I envision this beautiful light around me that, it absorbs and destroys negative energy, and it responds with and radiates love, light, compassion, generosity, all those wonderful things. And I have included my prayer to protect my family and my home. So just build on that, and you can't go wrong. That's another thing. Grief is very personal. Your personal protection prayer is very personal. It is very important, and some people may think it's silly, but I think that now where you are in your life and where you are in your spiritual journey, I do believe that you understand this and you understand the need for it. The Six of Swords in reverse, cannot move on, carrying baggage. The Knight of Cups in reverse, unrealistic, jealous, and moody. The Seven of Cups in reverse, temptation, illusion, diversionary tactics. So diversionary tactics I feel like this is a message that you are to start I feel like you're meant to start you're meant to take stock of what it is you are meant for in this life. Now is the time for you to focus inward, take a look and see where it is you want to go in life. What's this new direction you're going to take? Because this loss has really sent you into an emotional tailspin, and you're right now you're spinning, and you want to kind of get yourself into the mindset of where do you want to go now. because it's way too painful to be stuck in that pain of where you were losing this person and then having lost this person. It's very painful, and there's a lot of opportunity for you going forward. You may not be ready to move forward yet, and that's okay. It won't hurt to start thinking about something else. It won't hurt to try to get out of that emotional turmoil that you're in, the chaos that you're feeling. It's a terrible place to be. You're confused, you're chaotic, you're looking for clarity, you're looking for answers. There's no answer for why you lost this person. Life, I mean, it's very arbitrary and very random. Maybe there was maybe there was a reason for their spiritual journey that they had to leave, and maybe this pain is part of yours. And honestly, that's generally how it goes. This pain is part of your spiritual journey. It's possibly the trigger to get you on the path. And here's you on, making your choices. Which way are you going to go? And by the way, this is a card of partnership. And you see the two paths and you both end up in the same spot eventually. Well, this is you and this person that you've just lost. You will be reunited with this person you've just lost. I hope that that's a comforting thought, and maybe that's something that you can hold on to while you try to get your feet, while you try to get back up on your feet, while you try to get up and stand up again, because you're not somebody who's going to just lay down and let life trample you. I know this. I feel this very strong inside, that you're a very strong person. You've been through a lot. And yes, this is the biggest, most difficult part of your journey right now. But the message is coming through that this is going to, in a sense, free your spirit. There is a way for this to be looked at in a different perspective, from maybe a positive perspective. The thing is that we can't always see that in the moment. For my major loss that I had, looking back on it now, I can see where there may be a reason for it, a reason for the way that it happened, and a purpose for it to even happen at all. We may talk about that another day, but I'm feeling emotional for you and your loss today, and this is about you, and I'm just not gonna bombard you with my stories. But you're because now this person has been set free, their spirit has been set free. Now it's time for you to work on setting your own spirit free. Do not get into the pattern of addiction. Try not to be hard on yourself. Try to be open to new perspectives. Try to release that pain. Find ways to release the pain. And that could be diving into your work. That could be, depending on what your work is, if it's very fulfilling, that might be all that you need. It might be diving into the relationships with your family. If you're feeling more isolated and withdrawn and lonely, You can reach out to family and friends, or try meditation. Try to fill that void yourself. You can talk to this person. Don't feel silly talking to somebody that you've lost. They're still around you. Energy doesn't die. Energy doesn't, energy, it's infinite. It just keeps going. You cannot destroy energy. By destroying energy, you create more energy. It's just that person, their spirit is around you. Call on them whenever you need them. Talk to them. Ask for guidance. Don't feel silly. Please don't feel silly. The Hierophant in reverse. Breakdown. Rejection of family values. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Controlling. Knight of the Swords. Scattered thoughts. So this reading isn't going to come to any sort of natural ending. This reading is not going to make you feel better. Right now, I don't feel like anything's going to make you feel better other than spending time with yourself and trying to find what it is that helps you to pass the time in a way that you enjoy. Do you like ice skating? Do you like running? Do you like meditating? Crochet, volunteering at the hospital, volunteering anywhere? Do you have a pet that you can immerse yourself in? Something to make you feel good, and something to just pass the time just a little more quickly for you in a pleasant way, and not, wishing your life away by any means. Just finding a healthy way to deal. The Hunter of Mysteries. What does that make you? How does that make you feel? This card, the Hunter of Mysteries. Okay. I am the Hunter of Mysteries. I seek the depths beyond depths of being in order to find enlightenment. I'm a true seeker who pursues truth in order to bring it to you who desires it. I teach the magic that inhabits the inner side of being. I accompany you when you are in need of deep understanding and a sense of connection to every part of life. With me, you discover harmony and a sense of belonging. Mysteries are the hidden inner side of life. To our ancestors, they were the great mysteries, the rituals and ceremonies by which they communed with celestial beings. So too for us. We are able to deepen our awareness of the world around us by plumbing the mystery of life itself. The Hunter of Mysteries stands in the shadows, but prepares to emerge into the light, where he will guide us on our path. In following his lead, we enter into a state that is timeless, spaceless, unformed. By exploring deep within ourselves, we give form to our thoughts, our aims, and our actions. This card is interpreted as inner truth, deep awareness, change, restoration, inner power, access to spirit, engaging with energy, perception renewed, connection to all life, and spiritual alliances. I feel like this card, as always, these oracle cards, they fit in exactly with the reading. So you have become aware of yourself as the awareness who is aware of itself, and you are accessing spirit. You are engaging with energy. Your perception is going to be renewed and changed. You feel, right now you feel disconnected from life, but I feel like with some time, you will start to feel that connection again. This is you freeing your spirit, my friend. It's a beautiful feeling, and you will get there. And it may take some time. And don't let anyone bully you. That's not cool. So I hope you have an amazing day today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep breathing. I love you. Namaste.